Miley was one of the original dogs rescued when I first became a solo rescuer in Bali. When I found her, I was shocked at the state of her leg and how swollen it was, and I knew instantly that that leg couldn't be saved. Coupled on top of her skin issues, I was amazed at how strong Miley was in that she didn't complain even when we rescued her.
Beautiful, strong girl.
So Miley was at the clinic for a few days and she needed stabilization so that she could have her total leg amputation. Once she had her amputation, then we decided it was best for her to come home, where she came into my direct care.
You're looking so much happier. You've got some sunshine, a lot more space. You like it? Oh, is that a little bit of a smile on your face? Is that a little bit of a smile on your face? Hey?
I had a strong belief that dogs heal a lot faster when they're happier and they get sunshine on their skin. Miley had a very sweet demeanor and personality, and she objected to nothing that we wanted to do with her. She wanted to explore her new surroundings in a new house, and she really enjoyed moving about and lying in the sun, which is one of her most favorite things in the world to do. My mission at the time was to fatten Miley up because she was suffering from chronic malnutrition as well, and we needed her to get healthy so that she could heal at a good speed. She had no problem eating whatever we gave her, even though she would taste all her new food quite gingerly. But she ate it, knowing that it was very, very good for her, and we were happy with that. When she first came home, she didn't really want to move around because as a puppy at her age, at between 3 to 4 months, she had to readjust to having only 3 legs. And of course, the amputation site was still a little bit sensitive for her. So she had to work it out for herself how she was going to move around. What I had to do was try to build up her back legs and get her comfortable with being able to move around on 4 legs. Miley also suffered from calcium deficiency, and so we had to give her treatment so that her bones could get stronger and she could support herself, which she did really well. She's a really smart dog, and she was a very, very sweet dog throughout her rehabilitation. She was always still a little bit wobbly when she was walking, but that's what comes with adjusting to having 3 legs. And the one thing that I did notice was that her tail was always wagging like she was happy, even though she was awkwardly moving around. Miley was stable for a while until we noticed that she started coughing, and that's when I knew that she needed to have antibiotics to treat her cough.
But her leg's not going in anymore.
Yeah.
Let me go outside.
So she was on the medication for a couple of days, but then she really came off her diet, and that's when our sweet other rescue dog, Blackie, would comfort her. Miley was very slow and she lost her appetite for a few days, which really worried us.
Are you gonna go toilet? You can't go toilet on the tiles, but you can go toilet on any part of cement that you want. Just not on the tiles. Oh dear. Oh, you're so cute. You're making the whole world fall in love with you. Huh? So cute. Aren't you? Huh? You can have the whole garden to yourself.
She really dropped a lot, and Blackie, our dog, was really supporting her. It ended up that we needed to take her back to the clinic to check to see what was going on, and that's when it was discovered that Miley's kennel cough had actually turned into pneumonia. And that's when things started to take a real change. She really refused to eat for so long, and no matter what I gave her, she just didn't want to eat. We tried everything for her, and she just didn't want to eat, even though she was hungry. There wasn't much that I could do at the time because she didn't want to eat, but all I could do was offer her comfort. And then when it became 1 day to 2 days to 3 days that she didn't want to eat, things became really worrying for me. I spent a lot of time trying to get water into her, at least as a bare minimum, which thankfully she took to. After a lot of force feeding water and whatnot, I made a decision that Miley needed to go back to the clinic again. And that's when I decided that Miley needed to do her infused treatment at home. And that's when I called the vet to come over and give her the infuse, and stocked up on a whole lot of stuff such as recovery food for her and so forth. She was a good patient and she really enjoyed having the break from being in a room all the time, and when I brought her out to enjoy some sunshine. So it seems that I've walked in on my checkup that Miley has bitten her... Lift your head up, sweetie. Has bitten little blood. She's bitten. Move her IV line, and it's broken. So yeah, it's broken. So she's bitten it, and I think basically what's happened is her vein is too swollen and it's annoying her, so we're going to have to put the IV into her back leg and put an Elizabeth collar around her head so she doesn't chew on it. So back to the vet we go again now. It's 9 o'clock at night. Back to the vet we go. Miley really had me running around after her, going back and forth to the clinic with her. I had to call friends in to help me, sometimes in the middle of the night as well, because she kept biting her infuse. And this happened for over 3 to 4 nights of infuse, and then suddenly, lo and behold, her appetite started coming back.
I'm sharing my lunch with you. Yippee! Yay! I'm so happy right now, Miley. Good girl.
Miley's recovery after that was quite fast. She was eating her meals, she was moving around, even her hair was growing back really fast after the med baths that we were giving her, and she was running around a lot more and playing a lot more as well. She was still on a lot of medication that I was administering to her by myself, but to see her running around and jumping and playing with the other dogs and carrying her favorite toy Kermit around was very heartwarming. Even though she ruined Kermit, broke his legs, and he had to go and have surgery a few times, she really loved Kermit. I believe that Kermit was a big part of her recovery, and though that may seem funny to some people, but honestly, Kermit really gave up his life to make her better. Once she was recovered, she couldn't stop moving around. She ran and she played and she wanted to interact with all the other dogs, and she became a much happier dog. Miley made her recovery to the point where she could receive her final vaccinations and be sterilized as well. And that's when she really progressed and became the dog that she is today. This is the first time since Miley has been in rehab with me that she's playing with a toy that she's had for 2 weeks. She's now showing signs of being a puppy. She's in the process of breaking off Kermit's leg. Literally. Not to worry though, Kermit's leg has been broken off about 5 times and sewn back on again. And again, Kermit was her best friend and she loved frolicking in the garden a lot. Miley really enjoyed massages on her amputation site. Every now and then she would bump her amputation site and that would hurt, and she would learn never to do it ever again. She got so independent that she could actually jump up on my bed all by herself, and then it was all game over. She decided that she really loved the beach and the water, and you could not get Miley out of the water. She would find a spot in the water in the beach and lay herself in it, enjoying the waves washing over her body, and she would run on the beach like she had 5 legs. She was like a little Speedy Gonzales running around the beach, catching up and chasing after all the other dogs and enjoying her life.
You know that we do these 5 mornings a week. They get so excited that they go to the beach. They wake up and all they want to do is go straight into the car and to the beach. They don't even want to go to the toilet, you know? They wait for the beach.
Today, Miley is still with us. It's very difficult to find adoptions for dogs with 3 legs in Indonesia. Miley is available for adoption. She even has a microchip waiting and ready for her future forever home. Miley is a happy, loving, friendly dog that doesn't believe she only has 3 legs. She believes she has 5 legs and can run with the best of the dogs. Miley is proof to us that it doesn't matter what happens to you in life, that dogs are 100% resilient, and humans can take a very good example from how dogs live. Subscribe today to our channel to see more heartwarming, funny, and loving videos of dog rescues.